Hi students, in this section, let's discuss the basics of an arithmetic progression. Alright, now we abbreviate it as AP, and an AP is a series of numbers in the form A plus D, A plus 2D, etc. Over here, you can notice that the first term is A, that's what we have over here. Similarly, you can see that to get every subsequent term, you add D to the previous term. So A plus D gives you A plus D over here. If you add D to this, you get this next term, and it goes on like that. So we call that the common difference. The common difference in this AP over here is D. And you can also see that the nth term of this AP is obtained using this formula A plus n minus 1 into D. Let's see that. For example, let's take an example of this AP 3, 7, 11, 15, 19, etc. You can see that the common difference over here is 4, right? So 3 plus 4 gives you 7, 7 plus 4 gives you 11, 11 plus 4 gives you 15, 15 plus 4 gives you 19, and it goes on like that. Now, for example, if you want to find the sixth term of this AP, that would be equal to 3 plus 6 minus 1 into 4, right? 3 is the first term over here, n is 6 because you want the sixth term, and the common difference is 4. So as per this, 3 plus 6 minus 1 into 4 is 3 plus 20, which is 23. And you can see over here we have already 5 terms. So the next term would be 19 plus 4, which is also 23, and this is the same number that we have obtained over here. Alright, so let's quickly revise. We have seen that the first term is A, the common difference is D, and the nth term is A plus n minus 1 into D. Let's learn an interesting property with respect to reminders for arithmetic progression. In any AP, if you take any term and if you divide that term either with the common difference or with a factor of the common difference, you will get the same reminder. This is a very useful property. Let's take an example to understand this better. Alright, for example, let's have an AP with common difference 12. So that can be 2, 14, 26, 38, 50, 62, etc. You can see 14 is 2 plus 12, 26 is 14 plus 12, and it goes on like that. Now, if you divide any term of this AP with 12, which is the common difference over here, right? If you divide any term with 12, you'll get the same reminder. Let's check whether that's the case. If you do 2 by 12, your reminder is 2 itself. If you do 14 by 12, it goes once and you have a reminder of 2. 62 by 12, it goes 5 times. So 62 is 5 into 12 plus 2. You can see that in all of these cases, your reminder is the same, and over here it's 2. Another thing is, over here we have said that you could also divide with the factor of the common difference and get the same reminder. Now, we know that 3 is a factor of 12. So let's try whether all these terms give the same reminder when you divide with 3. Let's try that. 2 divided by 3, 14 by 3, 26 by 3, 62 by 3, all of these give me the same reminder, 2 itself, right? In the case of 26 by 3, 24 is 8 into 3, so 26 is 24 plus 2, so your reminder over here is also 2. Now, you can also see that it's not always the case. Say, let me take 2 terms from this AP. I have 2 and I have 26. Let me try divide both of them with 5 and let me see if I will get the same reminder as I am getting in this case. So 2 divided by 5, my reminder is 2 itself, right? Because 2 is 0 into 5 plus 2. Alright. Now if I take 26 divided by 5, my reminder is 1, right? Because 26 is 5 into 5 plus 1. So you can see that the reminder is not the same in this case, and that's because 5 is not a factor of the common difference. Let's do this question. The numbers 7657389 and 7658187 leave the same reminder when divided by a 3-digit number n. Find the value of n. Pause the video, give it a try, and then we'll do it together. Alright, we are back. I hope you have given it a try. Over here, it's mentioned that when these two numbers are divided by n, you get the same reminder, right? Therefore, based on what we learned before, we should immediately identify that these two numbers are in an arithmetic progression, right? Therefore, let's find the difference between these two numbers. You'll get the answer as 789, and the AP which we are trying to analyze could have the common difference as 798 or a factor of 798. That's what we can understand from this, right? Now, over here in the answer options, you directly have 798, and 798 is a 3-digit number. Therefore, the answer over here is option C, that's 798. Also, do remember 399 is also a possible answer, because 399 is nothing but 798 divided by 2, or 798 is equal to 2 into 399. So 399 is a factor of 798. Therefore, that also could be a correct answer. Now, you don't have that in the answer options. What are the all other possible answer options? You could have 798 by 3, which is 266. 798 by 6, that's 133. 798 by 7, that's 114. So all of these are possible answers. So you have 5 possible answers, out of which any could be given in the answer choices. Let's do this question. How many 3-digit numbers are there such that when it divides 15773 and 16973, the same remainder is obtained? Pause the video, give it a try, and then let's do it together. Alright, I hope you have given it a try. Over here it's mentioned that 15773 divided by a 3-digit number and 16973 divided by a 3-digit number give the same remainder. Therefore, these two numbers are in an arithmetic progression. Now, let's find the difference between these two numbers. You will get that the difference is 1200. Now, over here we need to find 3-digit numbers that can divide these two and give the same remainder. That means we need to find the factors of 1200 that are 3-digit numbers. Now, why is 1200 not allowed? Because it's a 4-digit number, right? Even if you divide this number and this number by 1200, you will still get the same remainder, because they could be in an AP with the common difference 1200 also, right? But it's not a 3-digit number. Therefore, we need to find factors of 1200 that are 3-digit numbers. Alright, now 1200 by 2 will give us 600. What does that mean? Now let's quickly analyze that. It could mean that these two numbers are in an AP where the common difference is 600. So I can write it like this, right? You could have 15773, that's our number over here, and you have 16973, that's our number over here. If we take a common difference of 600, they could be in an AP where the common difference is 600. So the term between them would be 16373, right? Now, just as a side note, if we take the common difference as 1200, what does it mean? That it means there is no term between these two numbers. The common difference itself is 1200. If you want to get the next term, you have to add 1200, right? Alright, so 600 is a possibility. We've seen that they are in an AP now. Therefore, the remainder, if you divide this number and this number by 600, will be the same, right? Now, let's keep that aside. We have understood the meaning of why we are doing this. Similarly, are there other 3-digit factors of 1200? Yes, I can divide 1200 by 3 also, right? 1200 by 3 gives me 400. And remember, to check whether this is divisible by 3, I need to take the digit sum. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 is divisible by 3. Therefore, 1200 is also divisible by 3. Now, is 1200 divisible by 4? Yes, because the last two digits are 0, 0. Therefore, 1200 is divisible by 4. And I get over here 300. Is 1200 divisible by 5? Yes, because the last digit is 0. So 1200 by 5 gives me 240. Is 1200 divisible by 6? Yes, 6 is a composite number. 1200 is divisible by 2 and divisible by 3. Therefore, it will be divisible by 6, and 1200 by 6 gives me 200. Alright. Is 1200 divisible by 7? No. If you divide it by 7, you will get a remainder. So it's not divisible by 7. Is it divisible by 8? Yes. The last 3 digits are divisible by 8. Therefore, 1200 by 8 gives me 150. Is 1200 divisible by 9? No, because the digit sum is 3. The digit sum has to be divisible by 9 for the number to be divisible by 9. Alright. Is 1200 divisible by 10? Yes. 1200 by 10 gives me 120. And is it divisible by 11? No. If for it to be 11, I give a plus over here, a minus over here, a plus over here, and a minus over here. So if I add the numbers, I'll get plus 1, and 1 is not divisible by 11, so this is not divisible by 11. Is 1200 divisible by 12? Yes. 1200 by 12 will give me 100. So there are, if I now, it's the minimum least 3-digit number, right? If I take anything further than that, it will be a 2-digit number, which is not what is asked in the question. So we can stop at this point, and we can see that there are 8 such numbers: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So there are 8 3-digit numbers that when it divides, this number and this number will leave the same remainder. Therefore, our answer is 8.